good afternoon again and welcome. I'm going to be screen sharing. So I want you all to open Google Sites, and I'm going to show you how to do that, as well as we're going to be using the Canva app this afternoon, and Miss Jodian Evans will be taking us through that. So I want you to work as she goes along. Please ensure that you are doing, and we're going to be asking persons at the end of the session to come on and volunteer to share screen to see what you have been doing. We're focusing today on basically you setting up your site and making it very engaging and attractive. All right, so I'm now going to be screen sharing so that we can go through that. Let me just quickly go to that. So I want you to, let me go from the beginning. So I'm taking you from where you go, and I apologize to those persons, of course, who are quite fine. I want to work especially with those persons who have never used Google Sites. And for those who have, it's reinforcement. But we want to ensure that you know how to do this. So as we move into guiding principles 2 and 4 tomorrow, and Friday 5 and 6, you are well on your way. All right, so let me now take you to your Google site, and let me screen share. So the first thing that you're going to do is to go on Google site. Now you can go on Google site through your Google Drive, and I want you to just go to your Gmail account for the persons who, let me go back to that. So let me screen share. Go to your Gmail account, and you're going to open your site from there. All right. So let me screen share and show you exactly what I'm doing so that you can do it. I'm simply going to go to my Gmail account, and then you are going to go to Google Sites. Now, let me go to my regular Gmail account, my ministry email account, and just show you. Now, over here, where you have the Google Apps, you have different, I see the hands raised. I'm coming to that. Now, you can go through here where you have your sites here, or you can go to your Drive. When you go on Drive, you can also access your Google site from there. I'm showing you both ways for persons who might not have it up like that. All right. So what we're working on today is you creating your homepage and adding the different things to your homepage with your picture, because we're looking at how you brand your site. All right. So if you go through your Google Drive, that's one option. You can access your Google site from there. And this is how you would do that, right? So when you go here, you go to, you're going to go to your file. All right, you're going to go to more, and you upload your site, or do as simple as what I did a while ago and just click over here on my right where I'm clicking now, and you access your sites through your Google applications. So you have different options to choose. I'm going to just go to the one which is here and create my, go to my site. Now, I am not going to take you through how you add to it and all of that. Miss Jodian Evans, one of our trained mentors, will be doing that. But I want you to be prepared. So when she comes on, you are working with her. So when I go to site, of course, I have other sites up. I'm going to click on more, add a new site, which is over here to create a new site, because we're working with a new site. That's what you're going to do today. If you already have your e-portfolio, you can go to that one and open it, because we're going to be adding new features using Canva, right? So this is if you're starting a new site. So open that, because I want you to work with Miss Evans. So this is what will come up, and you enter your name and all of that. She will take you through that, how to, add your images and so on. You're also going to open another site. I'll just click the plus sign here. I'm going to start as though I didn't have that one open. Open another site. I'm clicking on the plus sign. So in your regular Gmail account, same thing, type in Canva. Oh, by the way, I want you to use your MOE school email address for the persons who have the MOE school. Reason being, if you use that, Canva will give you access to the premium account, meaning that you don't have to pay for what they have. If you use your MOE school email address, you will have access to things that you wouldn't have if you don't pay for them, but they give educators that, all right? Now, when you go to Canva, so it's www.canva.com, you click on that, and those are two applications we're going to work with today, all right? And then Ms. Evans will take you through, we're going to, where you type in, I won't go through that part, all right? So just to say that I want you to use your MOE school email address, if you have that one, to access Canva. I'm going to now hand over to Ms. Evans, who will be taking you through the creation of an engaging and really fun site for your e-portfolio. So you're creating your e-portfolio using Google Sites, and you're going to be using the app with it, Canva, today. And there are other apps, of course, you can use, but these are the two that we're going to be working with today. At this time, I want to hand over to Miss Evans. Before I do so, I want to acknowledge members from JTC. If we have staff members here, to welcome you also to the platform, and to say to you teachers, just be very conscious of what you do when you're in the virtual space. Remember, this is your personal brand that you're talking about, and you want it to represent you well. I want to acknowledge the persons whose hands are raised. Go ahead. Go ahead. By the way, teachers, please rename yourselves. Galaxy J7, you need to rename. Just put your mouse over your name and rename. And then Miss Maria, you can go ahead. Go ahead, Galaxy J7.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Using a tablet and I'm unable to follow. I'm not seeing the options. Even when I go to my email, I'm still not seeing anything there to choose from.
You might have to download it on your device since you're using the tablet.
Yes, I tried that yesterday and, and I'm still not finding it.
When you
went to
Gmail account, you're not able to download the Google Sites.
I didn't find it. I went to Play Store and tried downloading it, but I'm not seeing it.
All right. I will have to work with you one-on-one in the chat. All right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So the next hand raised, just before I go to Miss Evans, Maria, please go ahead.
Hi. Good afternoon. You spoke about Canva. I'm not sure what that is. I don't have that. Is it something I would have to sign up for?
No. All right. Let me go back to, do you remember where I went a while ago? So go to Google and type in Canva.
Okay.
Do you have a MOE school email address?
Well, I'm not in Jamaica, no.
Oh, you're not in Jamaica. All right. So what you can do for Canva, do you have a school email address?
Yes, I do.
Use that to sign up for Canva, because that will give you the premium account.
I see.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll be communicating in the chat, teachers, to see how best I can help you. Until then, and I'll come in whenever I need to. I now hand over to our presenter for the afternoon, Ms. Dodian Evans. Welcome, Ms. Evans, one of our trained mentors and also a member of the exec for the Mentors Association of Jamaica, a teacher at Jesse Ripoll Primary School, and one who is always willing to help others. Ms. Evans, over to you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Wilmot, and good afternoon, colleagues. I am happy to see so many of us here today, so let us get right into it. We're going to learn how to design our e-portfolio using Canva. Now, our Google Sites can be designed without using Canva, but because Canva is a free application that allows us to create our own branding and marketing you know, platforms and videos and pictures. And so we decided that we're going to combine both elements to create a truly magnificent site. What I am going to do though, for those of you who still haven't been able to, you can, like Mrs. Wilmot said, go on www.canva.com, and I'm encouraging you to sign up using your ministry email. But for those of us who, because I've seen in the chat, for those of you who do not or might not have that email, I will still show you some elements that you can use without the ministry email. But you might still find some limitations there, but we'll see how best we can work around it. So I'm just going to go straight in. I am
just a minute. Sorry, Ms. Evans, I'm sorry, just 1 minute. I'm realizing that some persons who might have come in after, I'm going to disable the chat for a minute just for us to stay focused, all right? So just pay attention for a minute, teachers, and listen, because I realize when we're typing in the chat that you will get distracted. So just pay attention. There are two things that we want you to open in order for you to be able to follow. We don't want you to come to listen to a session. We want you to be very active as much as it's possible. Some persons might be working from their phone, might not have it, be able to. In that case, I want you to pay attention and document where you need to, as much as we're going to make the video available for you on YouTube, the JTC YouTube space. But what I want you to do now is to use your Gmail account to open your Google site. So if you go to your regular Gmail account and you on the application, the Google application, you're going to see classrooms, all of those. Let me once again screen share, just a minute, Miss Evans.
okay.
Just for the purpose of persons who might have missed it, let me go back. So this is where, let me close this. So this is where I was a while ago, and that is for Canva, but I'm going to go over for the persons who might have missed it. Now, we want you to go to Google Sites. If you go to Google Sites, just when you open your Gmail account, you're going to see these 9 little dots. We call it the waffle. Now, if you don't have it here where you have all your applications, you can go through your Google Drive and access it, right? I have my Google site here. So look for this when you open it, and you're going to click on Google Sites, and I want you to open that. We ask that you use your personal Gmail to create the Google site. Reason being, when you leave you can use it for, it's your personal site. So you want to use your email, and it will not restrict you. If you use the MOE school email, it will restrict you. I'm asking you to use the MOE school email to access Canva if you can. And you don't have to do that now for the purpose of demonstration. But when you're building out, the reason for that is, and I'm going to show you something. If I go to, so this is where you go to Google Sites, right? So I open my Google site, and we're going to use a blank one. I would have some opened because I've been working on different sites. But if you already have your e-portfolio, then you open that one. In this case, if you already have other sites up, but you have not started your e-portfolio, just click here to add, and a new site will be opened. We want you to open it so that you can follow as Ms. Evans goes through the different aspects of your site. Then we want you to toggle. You're going to open both the Google site as well as Canva. To go to Canva, I'm using my ministry email, so it's going to give me the premium, meaning that, let me show you a typical thing, right? Some of the features that you will have with your MOE school email or your school email that you will not have with your private email. Let me give you a typical example. So here I'm opening Canva, and I am using my MOE school email, so it is going to acknowledge. Now to go to Canva, you simply go to Google and type in Canva. It's going to come up because I just opened it, and it says here you have www.canva. This, you're going to Control-C and copy. Just click on this and it will take you to Canva. So that's the application we're going to be using today. It's not the only one that you can use, of course, but this is the one we're going to be using today with Google Sites. All right. Now, when you open this, I'm going to show you just something very simple where you would not be able to access, but it's very useful. And that is to remove the background from a picture. So let's say you have a professional pic, but it has a background that will impact how your site comes out. So I'm going to type in, let me type in, let's say, a poster. What is this, a poster? I type in a poster here, and I want to put a picture there that I'm going to upload from wherever. When I drag that picture across, it's going to come across with a background. If I am using, so let me use this one, right? If I'm using a picture with a background and I'm not using my MOE school or my ministry email, an email that Canva will recognize you as a teacher for, then you will not be able to get these features. That is why we're asking you to use the MOE school. So let us say that I'm going to go to uploads. I have some pictures in upload. I'm going to pull one of my picture across for this, right? So I am going to pull up Miss Harris's picture and put her here. If you notice on Miss Harris's picture, there is a background. Because I'm using the email address that is recognized by Canva as someone in education, it will allow me to take the background off. It will not limit what I have access to. Otherwise, I'd have to pay for them. So here, I can remove the background, right? So if I click on remove background, look at what happens because I'm using the premium account based on the email address I'm using. So these are what Miss Evans wants to take you through. But if you use your regular Gmail account, it's fine if you can use that today. But just know that when you're actually doing your site, these are some benefits you have of using the premium. All right. So you will notice now that Miss Evans will come up. Sorry, Mrs. Burrell will come up. She presented yesterday without a background because we have removed it, among the many other things that we'll be able to do, which Miss Evans will take you through. All right. So those are the reasons. I'm going to give you a chance at the end to ask all the questions you want. I will now be enabling the chat so you can put the questions there and I allow Miss Evans to go through her presentation and then we take the questions after. All right. So I know some hands are raised, but let's give Miss Evans that opportunity now. Go ahead, Miss Evans, over to you. Let me stop sharing.
Thank you so much again, Mrs. Wilmot. All right, so let's just get right into it. First and foremost, for those of us who have not really been introduced to or haven't been used to the ePortfolio on the Google sites, what I'm here to do is to show you again, like Mrs. Wilmot has been explaining, how to create an interactive and professionally, beautifully done site. What I'm going to do now is just to give you a preview of what a Canva site, if I'd like to call it, would look like. As you can see, with my Google site, I have all the elements that we're going to go through today. I think specifically what I'm going to be looking at with using Canva is creating the key elements, such as your header, which is what you're seeing here with my name, and your photo with a removed background. We're going to be looking at creating a banner, a title banner. We're going to look at creating the table of contents, creating video, creating GIFs, and creating your logo. Many of us as teachers and professionals, we don't necessarily have a logo, but Canva gives us that opportunity to create some, right? As you can see here, I started off with my homepage, which is going to be one of our primary focuses today, looking at the homepage and then starting with your guiding principle number 1, adding the pages, etc. But we're looking at a homepage that I would have merged using Canva and the properties that Google Sites offers to create this page. So you see here, I'd have a Canva created header. Then I'll use the elements and the text that have been provided by Google Sites. I'll scroll down here and you see that I have a running table of contents that I did create in Canva. And again, my pages would have been linked using photos that the Google Sites would have allowed me to upload and hyperlink to the different pages. So this is where we're going to take our focus today. So for example, with creating the table of contents, you'd see that I can click on my photo and be brought over to another page that still functions the same way. This is still another Canva filled page where I used Canva to go ahead and create the different elements as well as the videos that I would have attached, right? Google Sites also allows us to upload different documents and photos. So for example, looking at your action plan, we will look at how to upload these through Google Drive as well. So we're going to be looking at that, all right? Now, I know that many of us are coming on, you know, kind of excited, but kind of still nervous, looking at not knowing, not understanding, I've never done this, I'm not technologically savvy, all of that, but we're just going to take a deep breath and we're going to head on over to Canva. So I'm going to, you know, go ahead and assume that many of us have actually opened it. What we're going to do is step by step, just look at Canva, what it is about, look at what it offers, and then we are going to now go ahead and create the first thing for our Google site. So just to backtrack, I have opened sites.google.com and I'm going to create a new or a blank site. So like I said, many of us have had our e-portfolios, probably have our e-portfolios ready, but we're going to start from scratch using, again, what we would have created in Canva. Now, as you can see, what I would have shown you on my home page, and you're going to see me kind of going back and forth a little bit just to give you a context of what it is that I'm creating versus how we're going to do it. So we're going to start off with our header. Now, this is the prime and key feature of our site, right? And I'm going to now go back to Canva and show you how I would have done this. So here at Canva, you'd see that we have different options. We can start off with education presentation, which is what I usually use to create my headers because of the dimension that it is, that it's built in, right? So I can either create a blank presentation or I can use a template. But for most, you know, we can use a template. So here again on the home Canva page, I would have chosen education presentation, or I can type in presentation and still have that option of choosing any template, anyone that I would have wanted. Now, again, I'm also going to look at seeing that, all right, we would have been using the ministry provided Canva, as in the Canva Premium, using our ministry Gmail. But again, for those of us who don't have, I will still be able to show you how to do what I'm doing without it. So first step, I am going to have a blank slate here, and I am going to go to background, or I can look at photos. So again, on the left side hand here, I'm looking at photos.
I'm sorry.
No.
Devons?
Go ahead.
You're asked to go a bit slower. Some persons are not falling as fast.
All right. I'm going to take it a little bit slower.
Right.
Okay. All right. Got you. So for those of us who, I apologize for going too fast, probably looking at the time constraints, but let us go ahead from the beginning. I have two sites open as stated. I have my Canva open with my ministry Gmail, and I have Google Sites open. I have a blank Google site that I have opened. What I am going to do now is go through with you how to create our first element on our Google site, which is our header. This is the first thing that persons see. You want it to be catchy. You want it to reflect your professional personality. You want it to look grabbing, right? So this is what we're going to create using Canva. I'm going to go back now to canva.com. And on its homepage, I am going to be opening a blank presentation. Now, the beautiful thing about creating a blank presentation is that the templates, as you can see here on the top left-hand corner, are still available. So even if it is that I want to use a blank one, or I want to go through and look for a template, I can do so, right? But I'm going to show you how to use both. First, I'm going to start out whether or not I want to, create it from scratch. So recreating the header that you would have seen, I'm going to go to photos and then I'm going to look for wall. All right. Now it's kind of funny, but when I look for wall, I'm looking at giving me this textured background or giving me some sort of an edge that I can use. So let's say, for example, I hold down on this photo here and I drag it to my background. All right. So as you can see, I have a clear background there. Or let's say I go ahead and choose something a little bit more subtle and I drag it there. So all I have to do for my background is hold it and drag it onto the part. All right. So I have my template here. What I did was, again, I went to photos and I looked for wall because that's what I want to create. I want to create a background that I can use for my header. All right. So let's go up. I'm going to go back with this texture here. Now, a key thing that I want to show you first and foremost is whenever you're looking at your background, you also want it to be a background. You don't always need such a bright colored background because you want something to kind of show is there, but not take too much away from your photos and the different elements that you're going to choose. The beautiful thing again with Canva is that this allows me to control the brightness or the texture of my background. So I'm going to click on transparency here and I am going to lessen it so that I can have more of a lighter background. So you'd see here that it would either go all white or a little bit lighter or a little bit lighter. So I think I'll stop there and use it, right? The next step for me would be now to add my photo. So here, what I'm going to do now is go to uploads and I'm going to upload my photo. So you're going to go to upload media and you want to ensure that you can, you have all of these on your device or accessible in your Google Drive that you can also use. So I'm going to go. All
right, Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Thank you. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask one person to demonstrate all that you just did a while ago. May I get a volunteer? Only raise your hand if you're willing to volunteer what Ms. Evans just did a while ago. All right, remember I want one person. So many persons say I'm not following. So 2 persons have raised their hands. And I want to see Miss Evans if they actually learned. All right, so let me see the 2 hands that are raised. All right, so some persons, all right, so here it is that I want, let me go back. Who is willing to screen share? And 1 minute. So I'm going to open your mic. Remember to put your full name, teachers. I will acknowledge you when you have your full name, all right? So Jody and Level Bell, I'm going to unmute and ask, are you open? Are you willing to, able to screen share, Miss Bell?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I am about to check. No, it said that host disabled participant screen sharing.
I'm making you co-host so that you can demonstrate just what Mrs. Evans did a while ago. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to go back, I guess.
You're going from the beginning. I see that you're following. Very good. Go to the beginning of opening your Google site.
Oh, Google site or the Canva, please?
Google site. You're going to do Google site so they see. Go back to your Google site, right? I hope everybody's following.
Okay. All right. So here I am. Oh, this is my MOE. So I'm going to my personal one off. Okay. So I am almost there. Okay, so I'm here at one of my personal email addresses. Is everyone seeing?
We're seeing.
Okay, so I'm going to Google Drive. I'm right-clicking in Google Drive. I'm checking right here that I'm going to More, then over to Google Sites.
And then she has her blank side. Now you're going to go now to Canva. So we're opening both sides. Everybody would have seen how to open a blank Google site. All right, go to Canva now.
Okay. So I am going to Google first. And you can either type in Canva or www.canva.com. Then I'm clicking on it, left click. I'm strolling down. Oh, sorry, I'm not strolling down. I'm clicking on create a blank presentation. I double clicked. I want to create a background. So, or I want to insert an image for the background. So I can search for whatever I want. Just random, I'm just going to choose something. Hold down on the pick. I'm holding down on the pick and I'm pulling it in the background. I can make it bright. Well, that's it. That's it so far.
All right. So I'm going to hand back now to, thank you so much. Is there anyone else? Thank you. Very good. There was someone else who wanted to demonstrate what they learned from Miss Evans just now. So I'm going to ask that person to, let me go back to the chat and see. Got it. Thanks. Wonderful. So I'm going to ask Miss Bailey. Miss Bailey, you want to demonstrate? Open your mic and tell me if you want to demonstrate what you just learned.
Good afternoon. I won't be able to demonstrate because I have issues with Zoom. I'm not able to share anything because of spacing. But I'm able to tell you what I understood so far.
We're visual learners. Thank you. All right. So thanks so much. Miss Hart Newland, I'm sorry. Are you able to screen share?
Okay, so excellent presentation. So now that I know how well or how to go, then we can proceed. And I really hope that we stay with me here. All right. So the last time where we left off, I was uploading my image. So as you can see here, I would have uploaded my image and I would have had my background. All right. What I realized was that we probably were not able to understand how I got the background. I went to photos here on my left-hand side and I typed in wall. All right. What I could have also done was gone to photos and typed in classroom, for example, and it would have given me any amount of classroom backgrounds that I could have used just to represent teaching. So for example, we'll have this one here that I can drag and drop, and I have my background, right? Again, I would have made it a little bit lighter using the transparency feature. This is this box up here. I would have used this to made it lighter or darker, all right? Now, what I can also do with this transparency feature is change the color of the overlay, right? I can go here to background color and change it to either a gray, I can change it to black. If it is that I have my color scheme or my logo color scheme is red, I can change it to red and have that overlay feature, right? But I'm going to stick with white. I'm going to go back now to my uploads. Just going to skim through a little bit. All right, so I'm going to go back now to my uploads, and as you would have seen, I would have added my photo here. I can click on it and it comes up in the center, or like demonstrated previously, I can also drag and drop it, right? Now I'm going to go to effects. First step is removing my background. Although it's a white background, I still want only my feature to be there. So I'm going to go to effects and I'm going to see background remover at the top of the screen. All right, so let's go through that again. First, I'm in uploads. I would have added my photo to the presentation or to my template here. Then I would have added my photo. Yes, Mrs. Omo?
1 minute. What if I don't have, I'm sure persons will ask that, what if my photo is not yet there? You demonstrate to them how to go to upload media to get it from their device?
Right, so from upload media here, all you do, you just click on it, upload media, and it will ask you, Do you want to import your photo from Facebook, from your Google Drive, from your Instagram account, or your Dropbox? If it is on your device, you're going to click device. So you see this folder here, click on device, and then it will take you now to the folder where you have your photos, right? Then you're going to click and choose. You choose your photo. All right. Now, of course, you'll see that the timeline is there. It gives you the option to upload it. Now it's fully uploaded and it's there. So I'm going to show you 2 ways to remove the background from your photos. Now, the 2 ways, one, this is for the persons with the Canva Pro. The other way is for the persons without Canva Pro. There are still websites that allows you to remove the background that you can download and now upload the transparent photo into Canva. So again, for those with the Canva Pro, we're going to go to Effects, and then we are going to remove our background using the background remover. Once I click on it, then Canva does the rest. It eliminates my background, and now I'm left with the photo at hand, right? The photo that I want and can manipulate. So I'm going to give it some time there to load, some time there. All right, there we go. So now I have a background-free photo. All right, and I click apply and it's there. Now, because I can do so, I can drag and I can put or place my photo. One moment. All right, excellent. I don't know what that was for, but I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to, again, remove the background. I had a glitch a while ago. Again, I'm going to go to Effects. Then I'm going to click on Background Remover, and it will remove the background. Now, for the persons without Canva Pro, what we're going to do is we're going to type in our remove.bg.com. Well, remove.bg. That's what we're going to use to remove our background photos, the background of our photos. It's quick, it's simple, and it's easy. All right. So here you see remove.bg. I'm going to upload an image. Same image as before. You see it uploading, and then the background would have been removed. All right. With this, what I can do here is right-click on the image and copy the image, right? So that I can paste it in my Canva presentation, or I can download the image and re-upload it in my Canva, right? So here, Canva would have removed it for me and I can apply it there, or I can go to Uploads, and having downloaded the photo from Remove BG, I can drag and drop it. I can drag it and drop it, or I can go on my Canva presentation and click Control V, and you would see that it would have been pasted there. All right, so I did it 3 ways. 1, I used Canva's background remover. 2, I went to remove.bg. I uploaded the photo that I wanted without the background. It removed the background for me. I right-clicked and copied my image, went back to Canva and pasted it using Control V, or I downloaded my image, and from here you see on my toggle bar at the bottom, I would have just dragged it to the upload file, and you'd have seen that it would have uploaded. All right, so that's where we are. So I can get rid of this. So here now I can carry my photo wherever it is that I want. All right, so I have it here. My photo is there and nice. Now we're going to demonstrate this part in a while, but what I want you to do while I'm doing this is go ahead and prepare your header. Upload your photo, right? Find your name and everything like that. We're going to be fixing it up. The next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to text, right? I want my name to be bright and big and bold, like my personality, right? So as you can see here, Canva gives us different font options. It gives us, the ability to use it as is, and it would really, you know, represent, it would work with the feel and the, you know, feel of your presentation. So I'm going to, again, look for something professional. Even if it's not professional here, I can start from scratch by just uploading a regular photo, all right? So I see something here that says baked fresh, and it's something that I can use, okay? I have my baked fresh here. Now you can go ahead and type in the chat what you see is a major issue. A major issue is that I cannot read the word fresh. Of course, we know that that's a font issue. Now, what I can do now is you'd see that this is a group. So I have two of these in one. I can go here and ungroup it so that I'm working with each element as individual elements. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color of this font, which is, I'm going to change it to black. Now, a key thing here to realize is that with Canva now linking your photos to the image colors, it gives us an opportunity to kind of have, you know, to find the colors that we're using easier so that we can match and keep up with the feel of this personal brand, right? So you see that the blue from my jacket is here. You'll also see, I'm assuming this is my color, but it gives us different color schemes to work with from the different images. The colors can be pulled from my background and can be pulled from my image. So I put this black, and for my name, I'm going to use the darker blue here, all right? Because the darker blue doesn't really give that much of a difference, I'll probably use the lighter blue, okay? So I have that option here. I'm going to double click on baked, and I'm going to replace it with my first name, which is Jodian. Now, I can make it smaller by dragging and dropping, well, just dragging the size of my name, or I can use this bar up here to make it smaller or make it larger. But what I'm going to do is I have my Jodian here, and I'm going to drag it on top of the fresh, which is going to be my last name, and see if they align. So I have Evans here. All right. So we can see that so far, my name is there. Now, let's say, for example, I actually want it to have a little bit more dimension. I can also, using Canva, you know, have some effects on my text. Now you'd see here that I have the shadow effects. What I can do with the shadow effect is kind of change the background color a little bit. If I want my color to be blue instead of white, or red, or purple, any color that I want in the background, I can do so. But because my background already has a white undertone, I'd use another color that I can relate to, which is the blue, right? I can also, instead of using that, use this lift option, where you can see that there's this black blur behind it that can really rise the dimension of the photo. I can also splice it, so you can see the different colors, but have an outline and then the color. I can do that as well with the blue or with the white. So it gives me this, you know, this feel, however I choose. But for example, we can also use this whenever we're creating, you know, different things for our classroom. But let's say I am going to stick with this one, for example. I have the black border and I have my name. Now, there are two things that we can do with Canva, especially in terms of our header. I can create this as a picture for my header, or I can create it as a GIF. Now, the GIF would be a continuous movement of the elements that would allow for it to really pop while it's on your header, right? So let's say I animate my photo here. I'll click on animate, and then I have different options to choose from. Do I want it to fade in or zoom out? Do I want it to rise up from the bottom? Do I want it to come in from the side? Do I want it to have this in your face kind of feature? So I can choose this, and I am going to go with the rise feature, you know, having my photo rise up. And then I'm going to click on my name here. My name, I'm not sure if I want the top part to be typed. So I can have Jordan being typed, and then I can have the Evans being blocked, right? So all of the parts here you see are moving together. What I can also do with this, with my name right here, I can go up to the header. You can see add a heading, add a subheading, add a little body of text. I'm going to add a subheading, and here I'm going to type in my job title. So my job title, is special educator, and then I'll just leave it there, right? So I can have special educator, and I can have trained mentor. Now, there are two things that I want to show you just with how I am choosing to align my photo, align my text. You'd have seen that I'm trying to keep everything aligned as possible. I can make this a little bit smaller to have it right at the bottom. And then what I can do with this, I'll go to effects, no, not effects. I'll go to the spacing, and then I'll choose letter spacing. So the letter spacing will carry me out here. So that way I can drag it and have it aligned, right? So Jordan Evans, special educator, trained mentor. That's where I'm at. What I'm going to do now is pause for a second. So we have the basic elements of our header. Next thing I'm going to do is show you how to download from Canva and upload it onto Google Sites. But is there anyone who would like to go ahead and demonstrate this aspect here?
I was going to say that. Great. So some are saying, Miss, you're going too fast. All right. So those who have, all right, let me ask for a volunteer now. May I have a volunteer? Just raise your hand. Some hands were raised before. Tony and Maitland, I'm going to unmute, ask you to unmute. So you tell me, are you able to screen share? For the persons who are able to screen share and explain what just happened, those are the hands I want raised now. I want one person. So Tony and Maitland, is that what you're saying? Let me ask you, are you now able to screen share? And do you want to screen share and demonstrate what you've learned? Miss Maitland? All right, not hearing from Miss Maitland. Miss Abbott, Miss Maria Abbott?
Hi, I'm sorry, I'm not able to screen share. However, I would like to ask a question too.
Go ahead.
Is there any way in how we can, you know, maybe get in touch with Miss Evans, maybe at a later time, so that we could, you know, if we have any queries, maybe?
All right, we'll put information. I'm going to give you something to fill out. By the end of the session on Friday, you'll have more support in place.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Miss Johnson, I take it that your hand is raised. Are you able to screen share and make you co-host and demonstrate for us? That's Miss Rotasha Johnson. Go ahead, Miss Rotasha Johnson, your co-host.
Miss, I'm not able to screen share. I'm using my MOE's email.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I muted you by error. Go ahead.
I'm saying that I would like to show, but I'm not able to access the feature that Miss Evans is using. And I'm using my MOE school's account.
All right, some say you might not get it right now, but try it again later. It will come up. All right, when I tried mine initially, I didn't get it either. And then I sent an email to them and they gave me the premium account. So just try it after.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so I'm going to, Miss Francis, are you able, Miss Francis, to screen share? Miss Lisa Francis, are you able to screen share?
Oh, good afternoon. I just wanted to say what the other person just said. I wasn't able to do some of the things because I couldn't change the background because the premium thing wasn't offered in my MOE email. So you just answered that we'll get it later on.
Yes. So what you do, you can, once you use it, because you're doing it for the same time, for the first time, it will come up. All right. Other teachers have used it and it's fine. So for all the persons with that challenge, you're going to find that you can do that. We're going to now hop over to Miss Maitland. Your hand is still raised. Miss
Just
Tony.
want to interject here, Mrs. Wilmot. For those of us who, like I would have said, are unable to have the premium or the background feature, you can use remove.bg.com and basically upload all of your photos already without the background. So you still have that option to do so, so that you can use your photos without the background and still manipulate them as such.
All right, so the question asked by Miss Shelley and Gail. Miss Gail, I've asked you to use your MOE school for Canva because it allows you to access a premium account, meaning right. But you're not, no, it's for your Google site, we're asking that you use your personal Gmail account to do that. All right. So if you use the MOE, it's going to give you the premium access, where some of the things that you see premium on that you'd have to pay for, you won't have to pay for it using your MOE schools. All right, so I'm going to head back to Miss Evans. So we can now, you're welcome, Miss Gail. We can now jump back to how we are, because remember the aim is your e-portfolio. The Canva is just an app that Miss Evans is using to enhance it. So over to you, Miss Evans.
All right, thank you again. So what I'm going to do now for us is just download my header. Again, what I'm looking at is downloading it one of two ways. I can either have it downloaded as a PNG or I can have it downloaded as a GIF. No, a GIF. It's really up to you how you want your site to be shown. So what I'm going to do is click on download and go to PNG. Now, as you can see, PNG is described as a high quality image. This is what I prefer to save my images as, because when I manipulate them on the site, if they're stretched, it doesn't take away from the dimension or make it look too pixelated. So I choose that. And then I'm going to go ahead and click download. Now you'd have seen here that it says it's going to download all pages because I have two here. Although it's blank, it would download both. So I'm going to click on it and only download page 1. When I'm done, then I will download. You see that the PNG is downloading here and will go directly to my downloads folder on my device. Now, I can also download it as a GIF. Now, you'd see here that it's animated for 5 seconds, which means that my GIF will run for 5 seconds and then start over. I'm going to go ahead and download file type, click on GIF, and then again, I'm going to click on page 1 and I'm going to click on download. So you see that both file types in the different file type is being downloaded, one as a PNG and one as a GIF. Again, I use both so that when we go on Google Sites, we can see how they both look so that we can kind of decide what I want to be moving and what I want to stay as is. So here I am. I'm going to go ahead now on my first page. This is my home page on my Google site. The first option that I have here is to choose an image and then choose the header type. What I can do is change the image by upload. So it's a change image, upload. I'm going to go to my downloads and choose the first image there, which is the PNG file. And then I'm going to see it like this. Now remember that initially I stated that the dimension that I use for this photo is for the header type that I'm going to show you. The header type here is cover. So as you can see, it now changes the dimensions. I get to see my picture large and everything like that, but I have my title here. I'm going to remove this and I'm going to change the readability adjustment that Google Site puts on my photos, because Google Site just wants to ensure that anyone who comes on can be able to read it. So I am going to remove it. Now, as you can see here, I have my photo as my header. If I had chosen the large banner, you can see that it would still work. If I chosen banner, you can see that it cuts off my image. And of course, title only, there would be no image there. So I'm going to go back now to cover. Another thing that we want to take into consideration when using the cover is this bar right here, because what you'll see is that when I add my pages, they would either be to the top or to the side. Now, if it is on the top, you see that I can go here, and when I edit, for example, my name. So it's professional portfolio, and I'll put my initials. You see here that you cannot read it just because of the readability that I have with my banner. What I can do then is go here and ensure that all of the elements are brought down. That way, the elements that I would have at the top of my Google Sites can be shown without interference. All right. Now that I've shown you this, I'm going to go ahead and click on my preview to show you what it would look like. Right? So here you see that this is what it looks like. Hold on, let me remove this. Here you see that this is what it would look like. The first thing that you'd see on my website is my cover. All right? Fine. Let me go now and change it to a GIF. The GIF that we had downloaded before is going to be a moving part to this. So I uploaded it here, and you see that it's moving. Now, the thing with Google Sites is that the GIF will, of course, take some time to load, but in hindsight, it would still show whenever it's there. So when I click on preview, it will take a while to load. And then you'll see that my name and everything is now rising, which means that I have this interactive element with my website. The header is there, my name is there, anything else that I'd want there is there, but it's also moving, right? So I'm gonna stop there for a second. Is there anyone here now who wants to recap how I would have gone from going in Canva, creating this header, now coming onto Google Sites and uploading it? So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and check the raised hands to see if there's anyone here. I see Ms. Abbott here, so I'm going to ask you to unmute. You can go ahead and let me know.
I'm sorry, Ms. Evans, I forgot to take down my hand, sorry.
All right, not a problem. Is anyone else there?
Yeah, the recap, Ms. Evans. So if you want to just go back to Canva from where you downloaded, they want to see how you upload again, just to go over that part.
All right, not a problem. So let me go ahead and just reset. All right, I'm just going to delete it from here. Here I am in Canva. What I'm going to do is, of course, I would have done my header. All right, I'm seeing that I'm still going too fast. So what I'm going to do is just start from scratch, but I want you to be mindful of, because we're still at the header and I had a lot of other options or other aspects to show you. So again, you don't have to.
Just go, Ms. Evans, to where you upload from where you would have downloaded this. Start from there, back to Canva. I think that is.
So, okay, no problem. So back to Canva here, I'm on my Canva template. I'm going to go to download, choose my file type, which I specifically suggest is PNG. So I'm going to choose my file type. Then I'm going to select the page. That's the page number 1. And then I'll download that. For those of us who don't have 2 pages, then it would just, show you to download the 1 page that you have, which is fine. Then I'm going to click on download. As you can see, my downloaded image is there. So let me go ahead and delete this in the interim, to not cause any confusion. Now I'm on my professional portfolio site. Here on my site, what I want to do is upload my header. You'll see the options at the bottom here, change image, and you'll see header type. So I'm going to change my image, go on to upload, because the Canva image would have been downloaded to my device in my downloads folder. So I'm going to click upload. And then from there, I would have seen my image and upload it. So then from there, what you'll see is that Google will put on this readability, just to kind of brighten my picture so that my viewers can read it easier. If it is that I had my text on the top of it, but because there's no text, I'm going to remove that adjustment and now be left with my photo here, right? So on your Google Sites, this is what you'll see. Your header would have been uploaded. So the first thing that people see when they have this header type is your photo, your name, and your position or title. When I go to my preview, then I see my photo has been uploaded. This is my header. This is the first page or the first element that persons will see when they go on my site, right? And then you'll see that I would scroll down when I have other elements added, and then it will run just as smoothly as before. So that's where we are at. Again, I'm going to ask for volunteers. If at least one person would like to show me the creation of their header, that would be greatly appreciated before I go on and show you how to create your logo and banner to upload on your Google site as well. So I'm looking for the raise hand feature. I'm going through the chat as well. I'm seeing someone say that they're unable to change their background that they have uploaded. Again, might I suggest, if we're having background issues with Canva, what we can do is go to remove.bg and just remove the background from there and then upload now the newly transparent photo onto Canva. All right, can this be done on a tablet? Yes, it can be done on a tablet, but you might not have the same ease. It won't be as easy to do so with the Canva on the tablet, just because, you know, you have, well, hold on, because I know that you do have Canva app. You have the app that you can download on the tablet. Yes, you can do so, but it won't be as easy to use as on the laptop. So just to put that disclaimer out there, but yes, it can be done on the laptop.
All right, I see that Omar said he just did his a while ago. Cannot upload from Canva. I am not getting the option, so okay. All right, so I want you to know that all the sessions of this week will be posted on the YouTube channel. Some of the videos we'll have to edit, so it will not go up the day right after, but Mr. Inararity at the office, he will be uploading to the YouTube channel. Just to say that I want you to try. Don't say that you can't do it before you try, all right? So it might take a little while to navigate, to, you know, get familiar with it, but continue to try. I see some hands raised, Miss Evans, and I want to think, somebody said they got it. Very good, wonderful. The YouTube channel, just go to JTC, Jamaica Teaching Council. That's the YouTube channel where you will find the videos that we're doing this week in the presentation. All right, so what I'm going to ask now, for the persons who want to demonstrate, we don't have, okay, so I see the hands that are raised, got some parts. I'm really enjoying this, brother, wonderful. All right, so I'm gonna go to the hands that are raised, and I hope the hands that are raised, that means that you're ready to demonstrate or to display or to demo or to show us what you have done. I'm gonna go to Mrs. Fields. I'm gonna start with Mrs. Fields. Mrs. Fields, go ahead. Are you ready to demonstrate?
Yes, I'll try.
All right, so I'm gonna make you co-host, and then Ms. Evans will continue. So go ahead, Ms. Fields, and show us what you've learned from the presentation. Ms. Evans will pick up after.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
You can go ahead and screen share. You're a co-host.
This will stop other screen. Okay, yeah, okay. All right, so good afternoon again, everyone.
Good afternoon.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen. You all see my screen?
Yes.
All right, so starting from here. All right, this is where I can start from, right, Ms. Evans?
Yes.
All right, so this is my screen, and I'm going to go to my background.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to choose a beautiful background, which is this one. So I just click on my background. Then I want to bring up my, the template that I use is a plain one, all right? So I want to now bring up my photos. On mine, it says more, so I have to go into more to get mine, all right?
Right.
So I want to bring up my photos. I don't want that one. I want from my...
You go to upload for yours. If you want to upload yours, click on upload.
Okay, so I go to upload for mine.
Right.
I already have one in mind, so I can just go ahead and click on it.
Right.
And then it will come onto the canvas, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't want this background to be shown, so I can go to effects. It's already open right here. And then I can go background remove.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what is this.
All right, so you would not have activated your Canva Pro. So what you can do now is open a new tab for me.
Okay.
So at the top of your screen, you have a new tab opened already?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Type in remove.bg. Remove.bg. And go ahead and click search. No. Just click search.
Oh.
All right.
Can I go search right here?
Scroll down a little bit. All right.
Let me just go back.
No, remove the .com. Remove the .com from the search. Go ahead now and click enter. And then, okay, I'm not sure what browser this is, but go in the, you see in there, in your search bar at the top.
Let me just come back out of it. All right, let me remove it from here.
No, can you not? Don't type it in right there. What I want you to do, just type it in the address bar at the top where you see the video converter, right? Type it in right there. Type in remove.bg. Excellent. Click enter.
Okay.
Wonderful. So upload your image there.
Okay, so I can go right here now and I can upload my image right here.
Right.
All right, so I'm taking it from my file on my desktop.
That's fine. Anywhere it is, you can find it.
Okay, let's see if I can find it again.
I think you passed it though. A little bit slower, but right there.
So I pick it right here, okay? Okay, good.
Excellent. So and download it now.
Okay, I can go straight ahead and download it. It's right here at the bottom. So I can go back now to my canvas. Right, which is right here. So I'm going to remove this one.
Right.
I'm just going to remove that by removing it from it. All right. And I'm going to pull it from here and drop it.
Excellent.
Okay, so it's coming over.
Excellent.
And then I'm just going to double click on it and it should be in it. All right. And then I can extend and enlarge as how I want it to be done.
Excellent.
That's the first part of it. All right. I can remove this. I have two come over. Let me just delete one of them. Okay. Then I want to go to now my text. So I can click in my text and I can choose an header.
Before you do so though, just align your photo, put it in its correct spot. Because, so because you have it, the background is now removed, you want to kind of take it to the edge. Just bring it to the edge so it looks purposeful. No. Just drag it to the bottom a little bit.
Okay, here.
Right, there you go.
Okay, that's it.
And would I suggest that because your photo is facing the right-hand side, you can carry your photo now to the left.
Yes,
nice.
Yes, perfect, yes.
Excellent.
Perfect, all right, good. And then the next step now is to choose my header image that I want to bring on. All right, so I can choose, you want me to choose the same one that you use or I can choose any?
No, ma'am, I don't want you to copy me verbatim. What I want you to do is just do your nice own header. You're right.
I can use this one, okay? All right, so I'm going to bring it across here. All right, I want to change my color, my text color to what I want to display on my canvas. And so I love my color red, so I'll choose the bottom one to be red. However, you did something up here that I don't remember how to separate the two.
You're going to click on ungroup. So you see ungroup right beside position?
Okay,
right.
Ungroup. Thank you. All right, good. So I go to ungroup. So I guess if I bring it up a little bit more, then I have it. Okay, good. All right, so I can also change the top color. Is it? Right, yes, I can change the top color to what I want. So let me just scroll down and choose something to match what I have. I could use a blue. Oh, but it changed everything. Oh, hold on.
It changes everything because you have both elements still highlighted.
I just figured. All right, let me go back. I just figured. All right, so I put that to red. All right, beautiful. And then I'm going to now type in my name. Agree?
Yes, ma'am.
So, all right, so where do I go for my text now?
No, what you're going to do now is double click on the word. So you have huge there, double right.
Beautiful. All right, so it's Michelle. And again, you said that I could use here and minimize it, as well as I could expand or change it smaller. Agree?
Wonderful.
Agree?
No,
Okay.
so what you're doing, when you drag it to the right or the left, you're making the box accommodate all the letters there, but from the corners, no, right? You can make it smaller or larger.
Right. So
excellent.
Good. Perfect. All right. And then for my last name, double click. Again, here, I can drag it again for it to be much smaller. And then I maybe can, sorry, just a second. I want to get back that thing that I can carry closer.
You can go ahead and press that. You see the,
okay,
right.
Beautiful. All right, good. That's it, right? And then I can download this now. Am I on the right path?
Yes, you're on the perfect path, actually.
All right, good. So I can download my canvas now. All right, so I can download it as, let me just take this out of the way, as a PDF. No, I want to put it as a JPG or PNG.
Right.
PNG. All right, so I want to do it as a PNG. And no, before I do that, I want to animate. I see
nice.
Something animation. All right, so I might want to animate here. Where do I go back to that though? All right, here. So I go to my animate. All right, and I may want to, okay, I like this one, but I just want it for this particular one. Hold on. Okay, that's for that one. For the particular last name, I want to use first. For my first name, I want to use type in. All right, so I click on it. All right, and my picture, I just want to use none. All right, so that's mine. All right, so I can go back now to download. All right, so I'm going to choose my PNG. And then, what does it say now? Okay, yes. Then I can go to download. And I can see it is downloading there. And of course, it's going to my download folder. All right. So, and I'm just going to do one of them. I'm not going to download it twice. All right. So I'm going back now to my Canvas.
No, to your Google site. No, that's where we're heading.
Sorry, to my Google sites. Yes.
Right. Right. It's on the first, it's the first tab that you have there over the site. Right.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Good. All right. So I've already done this in it, which I am going to remove it. All right. So let me just remove that out of it. Perfect. All right. So I am going to go to my header is already created. So I'm going to go to my image. So I'm going to upload my image and I'm going to go into my download folder. I'm going to look for my image that I've just downloaded.
It's called Michelle.
Let me just get the thing I can see properly.
Right.
Okay, this one. Okay. And open it up. And here is it. You said that I can also change the
header type. Right.
The different types. If I want a large cover. That's what you said, a cover. Right. So that, and then I can remove this.
Just click on delete.
I can remove that. That's it.
Excellent.
Hold on. We can look at the preview.
No, don't publish it.
The preview.
Right. Go over to the laptop. Go over to the laptop. Right at the top where you see the link photo.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Excellent job, Michelle. All right, wonderful. So now we know based on how it looks, because what I want you to do is just click off the downloads at the bottom there.
Okay.
Click it off. Just click the X and no, not that one. The downloads that you have at the bottom where you have show all.
Okay. I removed those. Just a second.
Right. Go back now to the preview.
Okay.
Excellent. So based on this, Michelle, wonderful job. So now what we're going to do is trial and error, because we uploaded, it means that it's going to stay as is. From here, we can see that her name would have been too high. So what Michelle can now do is just go back to her Canva and drag her name down a little bit further. And then you can just re-download that and then re-upload, right?
Okay.
So excellent. I am feeling that teacher proud, Michelle. Excellent job.
Thank you. All right.
Wonderful. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to have someone else. I see Mrs. Ferguson here. I'm going to go ahead and ask Mrs. Ferguson to unmute and let me know if she can demonstrate as well.
Good afternoon.
Sorry,
I will not be able to demonstrate, but I have a question to ask.
Right.
The section where
Ms. Ferguson, just 1 minute, Ms. Ferguson. Ms. Evans, I'm going to ask in the interest of time that after Ms. Ferguson shares or ask her a question, that you go to the next feature.
Definitely.
All right? Okay.
All right, go ahead, Mrs. Ferguson. All right, I'm seeing Ms. Heron say that she can't. Go ahead, Mrs. Ferguson.
Are there any do's and don'ts? Because sometimes we use a particular style and they may not be appropriate. I'm not sure, so I'm asking. Because
do's and don'ts in terms of what? The type?
Yes, I like the style of the font size, the font style. Suppose I like Algeria, you know, that fancy, or those old English type of writing.
There is no
Will those
limit.
be ideal for the e-portfolio?
What, if I may add, Ms. Evans, what is important, Ms. Ferguson, is that, Mrs. Ferguson, is that it's legible. We want to make sure that the readers can see what you have there.
Okay.
All right, so and again, there is no limit to how you represent yourself once it's done professionally, because there are some persons who, like yourself, would like the cursive font. There are some persons who prefer it plain. There are some persons who prefer it bold. So there really is no limit. But like Mrs. Wilma would have said, once it's legible, it can, it will definitely work. But, you know, just to add in terms of a tip, if you have the cursive style writing, what you'd want is to kind of mix it. That way, only the emphasized texts are the ones that are in the cursive, because you have those that are really cursive. So you have the emphasized text, like your name, for example, that would be in that cursive text, but we want everything else to just be, you know, just to kind of mix and match to kind of give it this overall professional feel. All right, so here I have, again, my header. So my header is created. Like I said, what we can do is in Canva, especially for our site, is to create our header, a banner, a title banner, the table of contents, videos, and a logo. What I'm going to do in the interest of time is just show you how to do two things. I'm going to show you how to create a logo and how to add it to your add it to your site, as well as table of contents. So we're going to show how to create a table of contents that we can use to upload and hyperlink to the different pages. I saw someone ask a question, how do we add the GIF? You add the GIF the same way you add any other thing. So the same way you added the photo, you just add the GIF in the same way. When I preview on the site, the phone view cuts off part of the name, but it shows on other device. Yes, that's what we have all three preview options for, so that we can kind of see and manipulate if we want the key elements to be able to be seen on a phone, tablet, and a laptop. Does it automatically save? Yes, right? So again, we're going to come and look at a logo. Going back to Canva, you see that I can also go ahead and I see templates here. You'll see social media templates, personal templates, business, and marketing. For business, I'm going to go ahead and click on logos. This is because the Google Sites, it asks you for a logo. Why? It wants to represent that additional brand or marketing aspect to your site. Especially as an educator, when we have our logos, you know, we can add it to our documents, and when we share it around, persons can still know who created it. So as you would have seen here, it gives us a lot of options that we can choose from. You have the option of an element, And words, you have options of word only. You have options of adding it into a circle here that we can use. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this one, and I'm going to customize this template. Now, for the persons who are not using Canva Pro, when we are going on Canva, it's easy. I implore us to kind of stop for a minute and look at what is available with our free Canva, as opposed to using elements that are strictly for Canva Pro. What this does is, if it is that I use an element that is for Canva Pro, and I go ahead and I put my best work in it and editing it and everything, I would not be able to download it without paying. As opposed to finding a free logo that I can work with, customize a free template, and download it, right? So here I would have chosen my logo template. The beautiful thing with Canva is that everything is already there, all right? So it's just for me to work with and just for me to change. So for example, here I see I have this business here with the background is pink. I can delete that and get a white background. And I know.
Ms. Evans, just 1 minute. The question in the chat, quite a few persons are asking the same thing that you explained a while ago. If you use your MOE school and you're not yet able to access the Canva Pro, you have to look for the ones that say free. If it does not say free, it will not allow you to download it without paying for it. However, if you're using the MOE school email address and it allows you to access a Canva Pro, they will become free, right? So look for the ones Ms. Evans is saying that says that the ones that say free to do your work with. Otherwise, even if you've done all the work, you won't be able to download them. Don't sign up for the one that says free trial. Just try and go back later today to get access to the free account using the MOE school. It will eventually give you, you have to, I emailed them with my company ID, and that helped. So you can try that also if you're still having a challenge accessing the Canva Pro, meaning you don't have to pay for the things. Canva for education. Thank you much. Over to you, Ms.
All right, thank you so much. So here we are back at logo. Somebody had asked me to go revisit it. What I did was on my Canva homepage, I went and I typed in education logos because it limits my search a little bit and gives me templates that are, you know, more relating to my e-portfolio, right? So I have the education logos and I went ahead and I chose this. Again, we have different templates that anyone can choose that best represents their personality. So I went ahead and I chose this simple circle and everything like that, right? Now, as you would have seen here, I have an element to replace their initials with my own. So I go ahead and type in JAE. Of course, I have to go ahead and make it a little bit smaller and then drag it to the center, which you'll see here. There are lines that help me just ensure that everything is in the right place. Then I'm going to, you see here the business name, double tap, and I'm going to type in my name. So it's Jodianne Evans. And when I exit, it's going to fall right in line, right? So I have Jodianne Evans at the top, and you can have your slogan here. For my slogan, I'm going to replace it with my job title. So I'm going to type in special educator. And it will fit, all right? Now, what I can do is I have all my elements here. I can drag it larger and just reposition it in the center of my plate so that I have a larger image that I can work with. And I can also change the color. So let's say, for example, if I want the JAE to be, for example, blue, but I want this to be black, and then all the other elements can remain as is. Or if I want everything to stay the same, I can do so. Just to have one cohesive color, I can leave them as is as well. So here I would have had my logo. And this is something that I feel would best represent me. I can add it to my site. and I can have it on my have it displayed as a part of my professional brand, right? Next thing, so with the logo now, I do have the option again of downloading it PNG. So I can download a PNG with the white background, or I can click on transparent background and Canva would remove the background for me and save it as a transparent background. Again, this is a pro feature that persons without Canva Pro do not have, but what you can do is when you download the PNG and download it, you can again re-upload it to remove background, as in remove .bg, and remove the background yourself. So you're not limited to, if Canva can't do it without the Pro account, it cannot be done, right? So as you can see here, I would have had my logo. What I'm going to do is I'm going to download it with the white background and without. So that's it. So I want all of you to go ahead and create your logos. What I'm going to do now is go back to my professional site, right? And I'm going to add a logo. So at the top here, I'm going to add a logo. So I'm going to click add logo. You'll see brand images where it asks me to upload the logo image that I want. I'm going to click on upload, find it in my downloads file. And then I am going to click save. Now, what you'll also see is that the Google sites would pick out that color, that predominant color from your logo, and use it as the color for your theme. So it's going to match everything that you're doing on Google Sites to that color. Again, it helps with this cohesive look, and it makes sure that everything is unique and follows your brand logo and your brand colors. So you have this huge cohesive website. So there's no this color here and that color there, everything would fit and it's shown. All right, so again, I can edit my logo. You'll see that I can delete my logo here and upload it. So I'm going to go again a little bit quicker. Well, not quicker, slower, sorry. At the top here, I'm going to add my logo. I'm going to upload it from wherever it's saved on my device, which is on my in my downloads folder. And you'll see that it's here. And Google Sites will give me the option to use the color as my theme color for Google Sites. And it will be there. Now, earlier on, we had spoken about my navigation bar up here and how it is that my face would have been cut off if it is that, and the pages that I'm going to add cannot be seen. So I have the option here, going to the settings bar, I have the option of having it transparent, white, or black, right? So let's go back to white. What you'll see that is instead of it having being transparent, it will have the taskbar in itself, which means that when I go to preview, it will separate the top hand where the pages will be to my header. Now, this is something to take into consideration for when you're going to go on Canva and you're going to realign the elements from your Canva, download it as is, and then re-upload it. So what I would do is, because I see that my picture is too large and my name is fine and as is, I can go back to my header, make my image a little bit smaller. I'm going to drag my name and carry my name downward. And then you see there that I can now re-upload it and everything will be fine on my portfolio, right? There are other things that we can add just to kind of backtrack. There are other things that we can add, such as graphics and shapes and everything to our header page if you'd like. So for example, for elements, if I type in school, you'll see some school supplies, or for example, you'll see some books here that you can just realign anywhere that you want, whether you want it behind your name or beside your photo. You see that you have some, you can have pencils at the bottom as like a border where you can duplicate. You can duplicate it and carry it across to kind of match the border, but I'd flip this. So I can continue like that. So you can create the border. So really, I want you to, if we do have time in another session, we can go ahead and look at that. But just to kind of bring up to speed with all the other things that we can do for our header. Now, going back to our professional portfolio, you'll see here that now that my logo is there, you'll see that my color scheme now matches my logo, which is that brown feel that I have in my logo, and it will be translated in the background of my header, etc. So I have that there. Once I finish this, okay, let me go ahead and download it so that you'll see the full look of making the corrections. Because as you'd have seen, this would have been my 5th time actually downloading it. So I'm going to go ahead now and change my image. Right. Change the readability and go back on preview. So here we would have seen that my head is no longer cut off and my name is properly placed. All right, that sounds like a mouthful and that is coming from me. So is there anyone now who would like to demonstrate going through? Now I know that this session is actually going longer than anticipated, but as Mrs. Wilmot says, that throughout the rest of the course of the week, more assistance will be provided. So is there anyone that would like to show me right now how they created their logo? I'm seeing Miss Peart. Can you go ahead and unmute and let me know if you're willing and ready to share?